Hi guys, today we've got our BMW i3S in. So this is actually a Carbonwurks car. It's not so much a development car like we'd have with our M4 or M3 for instance. This is a car that we use sort of locally for moving parts around in between our storage facility where we have all our parts lacquered and obviously where we have parts produced as well. So this is used predominantly for just local driving. And we thought as cool as it is, and it is very cool, at least in our opinion, we can make it look a little bit cooler. So when we're turning up to see customers, clients and so on, when we do carbon fibre repairs for sort of various companies, we can show them what we're all about. So today we've got a set of AST suspension springs here, lowering springs. These will lower on the i3S, not as much as the normal, so probably looking around 15 mil is what we expect to get, give or take. We've also got a set of wheel spacers, and this is a set of wheel spacers from the Performance Company. And they're a trade-only company, so they'll only deal with the likes of us, they're not direct to customer. So the rears will be widened by 16 mil and the fronts by 13 mil. I believe that's right. And that's going to fill the arches nicely, so when it's lower, it's going to look good. So as they say, you lower the altitude and increase the attitude. I've always wanted to say that. And along with a bit of suspension work, we've actually got our carbon fibre mirrors. So these actually work with the i3 as well as the likes of the M2 non-competition, 135, 235, basically 1, 2, 3 and 4 series these work with, which is pretty cool. So that's going to go on this car and we're going to get it looking a little bit nicer than it is at the moment. So I'm excited, I'm very passionate about this car. I think it's a cool piece of kit. To give you a little bit of a backstory as well, we do about 150 to 180 miles in this a week, and it costs us about £3 to £4 in electricity. So it's yeah, economical to say the least. So anyway, enough about the intro. Let's get stuck on and see how we get on with it. Hi guys, right, so the springs are now on as well as the spacers and the wing mirrors. I've also had a haircut in between in case you didn't notice that one. Not that it makes any difference, but in case you wondered why there was a little bit of difference there. So let's talk about the car rather than my own hair this time. Mirrors are on and these look fantastic. They're a nice little addition. They work really well with this car. I was worried actually it might look a bit too aggressive, but actually suits it really nicely. So let's talk about the suspension, right? AST suspension, the lowering springs on there, and some slightly wider track effectively with some spacers on. So it's 13 mil wider at the front and 16 mil wide at the rear. And I think it's a good balance. I'm looking at it now and thinking that's pretty good, that's bang on. I don't think you'd want it wider. I know some guys, particularly in the US, go wider than that. But personally, I think this is the maximum of really what works, in my opinion. I'm happy with the way it's settled. The reason we've done this is a few days later is springs do take a bit of time to actually settle. So this is 3 days later and it's sitting really nicely. I think it's still going to lower a little bit more. There is a little bit more room for the suspension to sit down. But it looks good now. I'm really happy with the way it looks. This is a trick little piece of kit, this car, and I hope you guys like it. Leave some comments under in the section just to let us know what you think on the stance. I mean, hopefully we'll capture a little bit of the width here. If you think it's too wide, too narrow, we'll be interested to hear your thoughts on it. But I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys soon. I'll tell you what, I don't know whether you've seen this, Tim. Come and have a look. What you're looking at here is basically an F1 car for the road. Don't laugh. Look, come here, have a look. Carbon fibre. This whole chassis is made out of carbon fibre. It's basically an electric F1 car. I'm just throwing that one out there.